Welcome to Daytime Ottawa here on this Monday. I'm giggling because you may at times hear a parrot in the background because we have Parrot Partners Canada on the show today. We're going to tell you how you can help them out because they've been really struggling. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to all the guests. We start here in the kitchen area, but not cooking today. We're talking a little fashion, skincare, Valentine's Day, last minute gift ideas, because I know all the guys out there have so far bought nothing. Mary Lou Moles joining me on the show. How are you?
Hi, Dee. I'm back, and as always, we have plenty of things to show everyone.
And I'm not wrong, right? Like guys are last minute
and
all the time.
That's exactly why I'm here just 2 days after, because I know they're all like, oh, Valentine's, when is it again? In 2 days.
Exactly.
So
where do you want to start? You brought a lot of different stuff with you here today.
As always, we're going to start from the top. So this is the hair care. This is Function of Beauty Pro. So these are shampoo and conditioners, and they're quite concentrated because they're patent formula, and it's really about, you know, taking care of the hair deeply, like less breakage, all that. So they have formulations for straight, curly, coily, and wavy hair. And now they actually have this leave-in conditioner. And again, this is not just for women. This can go for both.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
Right, these ones, this is a leave-in conditioner, and this is one of my favorite, the deep conditioner that can really nourish your skin, like your hair. Because, you know, sometimes with the weather, with the tools that you use with your hair, it can just get damaged.
For sure.
Yeah.
And we don't think about it enough,
I know,
right?
right?
We're just like, oh, I'll just buy anything off the shelf, and then you wonder why.
Because you wash it every day. You're like, oh, just a regular shampoo and conditioner. But your hair is at the very top of your head.
Yeah.
It's what you see all the time.
Agreed.
So you really got to take care. And there's little fun ones. These are the add-ons that you can mix together. So with Function of Beauty Pro, you can actually customize your hair care. So you think about what's your type of hairstyle, what's your hair goal. So they have 9 of these. Do you need more moisture, more shine, less frizz, and then you can mix and match it with all the others.
Yeah. Mine's the curl executive right
curl
there. If you got the curl
There's
going
the
on
Shine
there.
Queen. So you can go to Sephora for this one. Check it out.
Okay.
We have 2, Rideau Center and the Bayshore Mall.
That's right.
Yes.
Where do you want to go to next?
Oh, of course, the skincare. What better way to show that you love them?
I've been sharing. I'm learning from you. I'm trying to use social media a little more.
Here. I'm seeing your progress.
Leanne Lang, just in the green room, said the same thing. It's nice to see you finally posting some stuff about yourself on social media.
I can see the glow. So this is, we're going to add this to your routine.
Yes, what have you got here?
This is from Vichy, the world-renowned brand for skincare. This is their Mineral 89 line. So Mineral 89 is really rich with, you know, boosting serum and minerals. They have ones for the eyes and the light ones, of course, you know, if you just for the day. But really, one of their hero product, one of their superstars is Mineral 89 serum.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Let's talk about going out, because I know you absolutely love going out. You got to zhuzh things up when you're going out,
but before you go out, you have to get ready, right? So, and then listen up, man. And this is the power of television. Lingerie.
The lingerie.
I mean, we're thinking unique Valentine's idea, but we also have, you know, the traditional ones, and you can never go wrong with brassieres.
Yeah.
And Wonder Bra has been providing women with really comfortable brassieres, underwear, and now they have an Eco Pure line.
Oh, really?
It's made of sustainable materials, really soft. You can touch it. Right?
Yeah,
And they also now carry plus-size collection, a beautiful collection.
Excellent.
And we have some on the rack as well.
All right.
Yes.
So now you've got sort of the undergarments taken care of. Now what are we throwing on? By the way, the red dress is on point.
So I know you're a fan of this brand, and so is Monica. You've worn them previously. This is from Canadian brand Le Chateau. One of my absolute favorites.
My first sponsor.
That's right.
My first clothing sponsor was Le Chateau.
You were decked in full Le Chateau, and so am I today. So we have beautiful collection of dresses. They're new arrivals. So I have you covered. Whether you're going to a fancy gala on Valentine's, or even there's so many upcoming events.
Oh yeah.
Like Snowball, for example.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
So you have something that's with sequins and glamorous, for example, or something a little bit more casual, like what I'm wearing here. This is
the same in black, and it's got a little sparkle I see to it. Yeah, very nice.
And this one, look at that.
Yeah.
Now, of course.
That's like red carpet material right there.
Oh my God, red carpet material. Speaking of red, this is the one that you posted today in social media.
That's the one. Where were you? for that photo?
I'm going to tell you
Okay,
exactly
that's coming up. Okay,
yes.
I gotcha.
So
all right.
all of these dresses, check out lechateau.com. You can check them out online. Of course, they're also in store now. You can find them in the sushi shear stores, like in San Laurent, for example.
And you brought some shoes.
Yes,
You brought some
because
beautiful
a
accessories.
woman cannot go out with a dress alone.
Well, of course.
You need their accessories. So we've got the beautiful shoes. How Valentine's appropriate is this?
Those are
right?
really nice. On point.
Look at this. Like, whoop.
It comes with its own sound effects, everybody at home.
When you go to the Chateau de Lake,
I got to show this off.
Yeah.
Kevin, can we get a close-up of it? Look at this clutch. I mean, this is next level. Valentine's Day.
That's right.
You're going out to one of these places you're about to talk about on the show today. Wouldn't this be wonderful to bring along? What do you want to talk about?
So I want to talk about, again, a special holiday is always a good time to support local.
Agreed.
Right, so we're going to start with, and I think Dave's got some B-roll for us.
Yeah.
Skinny Tea is a boutique aesthetic clinic. It's located on Preston in Little Italy. And, you know, aside from like the HydroPure facial and skin treatments, what's really cool about Anna and her team is that they offer this IV drip.
Okay.
So while you're getting your treatment done, they put an IV drip.
Okay.
And this is like instant booster serum. Let's say, for example, you're going out to your red carpet.
Yeah.
Or you're going to a very big trip. Or you're getting married. So you need something that's instant. It gives you energy. It gives you moisture. So while she's doing your face, you're also getting a drip. So this is like skincare from the
this is
inside
next
out.
level. This is like Hollywood, Los Angeles stuff you're talking about here.
I think we should try that for you next time. I'm always experimenting.
You know I'm game for anything. I'll do anything.
I'm always experimenting on Derek. Okay. So
What else?
yes.
Next spot.
That place that I was telling you about, I've been trying to go since last year. You cross the bridge, and then you see this beautiful newly open restaurant. It's called Bridge to Bougie.
Bridge to Bougie.
And
I like it.
When I told people, I'm like, we're going to this bougie restaurant, and they're like, what is it? I'm like, it's a really bougie place, literally and figuratively. So it's a new restaurant right in Hull, just across from the ZB. It's very, very close to Ottawa. And Chef Julian Su, he has this beautiful menu, very inspired. We went there, and one of the things that Eric love is the foie gras. Has some crudo, has some sushi.
We're looking at some of the video you took here.
That's right. And look at that bar. Isn't that beautiful?
It is
That's
nice.
Mikey doing all his cocktails. Very innovative. And like they even have a lot of like mocktails. That's the chef. He's Michelin star chef.
Is he? Nice.
Yeah, amazing.
Wow.
Very innovative. And the vibe, the ambience. And this is a restaurant that you've seen no other in restaurant. Like just look at the interior.
Yeah. It looks
yes,
really
it's beautiful.
nice.
I think Monica would absolutely
she would absolutely like. I didn't mention the jewelry here. Is this from Le Chateau as well?
That's from Le Chateau as well. And so I know one other thing that she's going to love is that if you're going to take Valentine's to the next level, a whole weekend getaway, what about a cabin in Mont Tremblant?
Oh,
this
I
is
know the
La
cabin.
Vision Nord.
Yeah.
And this is owned by Christina Esteban. She's a photographer, wedding, portrait events. And she had this epiphany, sold her property, bought a lot in Tremblant, and she has this vision of creating a chalet, a cabin that you can get away and really immerse yourself in nature with beautiful views.
Sounds spectacular.
Like, it's just like you have to book it for 6 people.
You gotta go.
Sunsets.
We'll be back right after this. Don't go anywhere.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Learn all about the creation of the National Capital Region on The History of Ottawa, according to Phil Jenkins, on Rogers TV.
Everybody knows not to drink and drive, but some people still think it's okay to take drugs and drive. Police have the authority, the ability, and the tools to determine if drivers are impaired by legal or illegal drugs. And because drug-impaired drivers can pose just as great a risk as drunk drivers, they face the same penalties, like the loss of their driver's license, a criminal record, fines, and more. A message from the RCMP, the Canadian Association of Chiefs of Police, and Arrive Alive, Drive Sober.
Hi, Hi, I'm Paula Roy, and it's my pleasure to welcome you back into my kitchen for another season of Paula Roy's Favorite Foods. My approach to food is pretty straightforward. Fancy is fine, but when you're in a time crunch or have a really hungry and patient family to feed, I say simple recipes made with wholesome ingredients that you probably have on hand are the best. And that's exactly what you'll find on Paula Roy's Favorite Foods on Rogers TV.
I'm Sam LaPrade. I hope you watch An Hour to Give, because this week we're featuring the Ottawa Hospital Foundation. We're talking about the world-class care and the world-class talent that is right here in our hometown.
Welcome back to the show. Actually, it's a great segue because we were talking about there are some great products on the market, but perhaps you want to do something a little DIY when it comes to skincare. Well, the best place to go is Planet Botanics. I'm joined by its owner, and we also have its manager on the show today. Heather, how are you? Great to have you here. Heather Garrett's the owner, and Lucien Charon is the manager at Planet Botanics. So welcome. Great to have you here as well. Let's first of all talk about Planet Botanics. I know you've been on the show before, but I always assume not everybody tuning in today has met you yet.
I don't know how that's possible.
They should have. I know.
I guess it could happen. So actually, this is our 19th year.
Congratulations.
And,
it's amazing.
Yeah, I actually feel quite proud of that, considering what the last few years have been. So
yeah, no kidding.
It's all good. And I'm an aromatherapist. I make all the natural body care that's in the store and have for about 25 years. You know, I think it's really important because it is all natural, and what you put on your skin goes into your body very quickly.
Yeah.
These are some of my products that I've been making. And then I also brought some essential oil testers. This one, which I thought you might like to sample.
Okay.
It's a rose butter.
Oh, I love the smell of rose.
I think you'll like it.
Oh, this is very nice, very nice.
So for somebody who wants to create their own skincare treat for Valentine's Day, for example, you could use it as it is, or you could add different essential oils to it, and voila. Well,
that's the great thing about going in and speaking to you as well, right? Because you know how to prepare. I mean, you already have some prepared, but if somebody did want to sort of dabble in DIY, I mean, they're all natural and they're essential oils, but you still have to know how to use them properly, right?
You are right about that. Yeah, always diluted.
Yeah.
Because they are very concentrated. There's a lot of plant in one of those little bottles.
Right.
So you do want to use them unconcentrated on the skin. I'm losing my nouns.
It happens over 50. Listen, I know the
Who
feeling.
said I was over 50?
Well, I'm just saying
wow.
for me personally, Heather. Lucien, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I've been, I guess, the manager almost for 5 years at Planet Botanics. So she's slowly, we're learning about this and learning how to make more, and we do a lot of the decanting ourselves.
My succession plan.
Oh, this is your success. Nice. I like it.
But yeah, and then we have like a decent selection of tarot cards and other things, as well as I guess wellness clinic.
Yeah, different services that you provide, and then of course you have your crystals and your stones and that kind of thing. Tell me a little bit about tarot for those that aren't familiar with tarot, Lucien.
It's like typically it's like 78 cards. This is pretty much a standard. It's been around forever. You can't really tell where it actually comes from.
Okay.
They said maybe like the 1400s in Italy. You can use it as an oracle, like, you know, fortune telling, but a lot of the times it's used for more to help somebody's subconscious come through. So it's just like opening up, seeing what obstacles, and it's like giving a different lens to help somebody just to reach their best potential, usually.
Can you give me you want to do an example with me here today? Okay.
I will. So I like to, you can shuffle it 3 times. Usually I like to do it 3 or...
Okay.
Since I pre-shuffled them already, I'll just do one. And if you have a question, I can do that, or I can just pull whatever comes through.
Do I have a question? I don't know. That always puts me on the spot when someone's doing something like that. I don't know, let's just go in general, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just shuffle.
How far away is my retirement? How's that?
Smart. There you go.
I have nothing to retire from.
Scary one to
come on.
have.
What am I leaving? Oh, this is a nice one to start, Kevin. Can we get a close-up of that one?
Yeah. So it's the death card is not as scary as it sounds. It usually just means the end of a cycle and the beginning. So it's it also could be corresponding to a time frame. So like Scorpio season. So maybe you'd be retired around that time, which I think is November. Yeah, and then we can pull an extra like added confirmation.
It's my birthday too.
Oh well, then
the month
there you
of
go.
November,
That could be
late November,
about you.
so Sagittarius, but it could be talking about that. Yeah.
So yeah, it's like work-life balance asking for.
Okay, what do we got here?
So
this looks like me. I'm sure my wife would probably say that's a perfect description of you, Derek. Tell me about this card.
So it's Two of Pentacles. So it's just trying to find balance in everything, right? So your foot's up. You're trying to juggle two things, but you know you're pretty like firm with it, so you're okay.
So not a jester or a joker.
It could be though. You never know.
He was hoping. See his face.
No, not necessarily. I just thought it was kind of apropos. What do we have lastly here?
So this one is the Five of Swords. Sometimes it's the fives and swords can be negative. I don't see that as, in a way, I think it's more like you're picking and choosing your battles. And it could be mental too, so like whatever your stress is, you're realizing something's that you don't need to stress about, so you're kind of letting it go and you're moving forward. And you're
that sounds like Derek,
yeah, victorious in it, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
How long would a normal sort of reading, sit-down reading with you?
It depends. I typically do 45 minutes. You can do like power reads, like 20 minutes, 15 minutes reads to more of an intro, and then if you want to go more deep, I think 45 is pretty good. 60 minutes is a little bit too much, I think, for both parties, because just a lot of overlapping.
Heather, tell us about some of the other services that you offer at Planet Botanics.
So in the Wellness Clinic, we have several different holistic practitioners, including energy work and reflexology, which we've talked about before, which is the points on your hand or your foot or your face or your ears that correspond to a different part of your body. So I'm a firm believer in that. We also have our workshop area. We have a mandala workshop coming up next week, which is really nice and meditative and gets you into your creative part, which is where a lot of things start to percolate and transform you. We have yoga, oh my goodness, 3 times a week now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
excellent.
So we've got a lot of things that are all designed to help you with self-care.
Right.
That's really our aim with everything that we do.
Yeah, and I mean, you've the expansion that you've done over the years has just been magnificent, just to see that growth, because you're always looking for something else, right? Because looking after yourself it's not a simple formula.
No, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And sometimes there are going to be challenges. I have had a lingering illness for like 2 weeks. I got back from Nicaragua, I was fine, and then boom, it hit me. So along with using conventional medicines, I'm also looking at, it's in my lungs particularly, and in Chinese medicine, that's grief.
Right.
So there are a lot of different aspects you can use as healing tools once you start to delve into it.
Yeah, and you're seeing the medical practice work in relationship with it a lot more now. I still think we've got a ways to go, but it's nice to see the conversation certainly happening. Thanks to you both. Really appreciate the time. You can visit planetbotanics.com, and they're located down there at 301 Bank Street. We'll be back with more right after this.
This is a perfectly healthy child. What's unhealthy are birth alerts, a racist practice that may stop this Indigenous mother from going home with her newborn. Become an ally. Rise above racism in healthcare.
I'm a singer-songwriter from Six Nations, and I've been writing songs about my experience, and with that being said, it's helped me hold hope in my heart in following my dreams and being resilient to everyday Indigenous battles. Competition between spirit, earth, and wind, let me tell you now. This song in particular, The Shiner, is a special song that I wrote for my grandfather. He was a snow snake maker, and that is a Haudenosaunee winter sport. It's my job to educate and to share, and the music allows me to do that. He'll be shining snow snakes and mud cats to the end of his days.
Unbelievable. You just never see that. What a shot.
The OHL on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to the show. My next guest is familiar to all of you. I don't even think I need to introduce her. But what I will say is that February is Heart Month, and of course that means giving back to great research that's being done at the University of Ottawa Heart Institute. And the president of the foundation, Leanne Lang, joining me here on the show. Also, VP of Philanthropy. Welcome. Great to have you back.
I love the intro. Jumping rope, everything.
Oh, yeah, I know. Trying to get it. Listen, we work as a team here. Dave sees that you're coming in. He wants to make sure we see that physical activity is a big part of this.
It really
right?
is. It's like 80% of this.
Yeah.
80% of heart disease is actually preventable with physical activity and healthy diet.
Let's talk
amazing.
a little bit more about that, because when we look at heart disease, it's still one of the #1 killers in the country, right? Worldwide,
it is, and
let alone
worldwide.
the country. Yeah.
And especially, and I think we think men also when we think of that, and in fact it's 1 in 8 for cancer for women, and it's 1 in 3 for women. And we present our symptoms differently. There's a lot of different research, our risk factors, and so Heart Month really allows us just to even have conversations like this, and being able to talk about what is happening and the world, we are world renowned, the Ottawa Heart Institute, and I don't think people in Ottawa understand what a gem, what a gem we have here in the city. Like, we are on stages with world-class organizations like the Mayo Clinic, you know, and so it's interesting to see how far we've come, what is happening, the research, the work that is being done at the Heart Institute is just, it's world-class, #3%, top 3% in research worldwide. So
I'm not surprised.
Like, Heart Month is about, hey guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
we have something pretty incredible here.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's incredible from every single aspect as well, right? From the treatment and the staff that work with the patients, and then you're talking about technology and the innovation, the research. One thing to the other. It's amazing what this institute has provided for this city and quite frankly for the country.
Absolutely,
right?
and there's over 220,000 patients that come through the doors. There's about 8 surgeries that happen every day, and these are grateful. These are grateful families and patients that are walking out and having gone through probably one of the most traumatic events, with cardiac disease. And so, the Heart Institute is there to be able to save lives, and at the same time, there's this awareness around what Heart Month is supposed to do. And so it takes, as any organization comes in, there's a fundraising component, and so February offers us that opportunity to have the matching sponsors, to be able to have the community feel like their donations are being matched, and of course the Light the Capital Red.
Yes.
I'm really hoping, I was just joking with some of my colleagues, it's like I Spy with my little eye. Like, I love driving down and just spotting all of the red buildings.
Here's some of the buildings
this is a new one. This one right there, that's Algonquin College, and they launched it for us on the night before with the mayor and doing the proclamation of heading into Heart Month. But they have a number of students. They have 2 programs at Algonquin, cardiac imaging, that they train kids at Algonquin who end up being staff. Neither did I.
That's
that
amazing.
are actually staff at the Heart Institute, and of course Diamond Storage coming on big time.
Yeah, they always do.
And I think when they started with us, because we started this Light the Capital campaign, Light the Capital Red, during COVID. How else were we going to get that messaging out? And so Diamond came on, great facilities across the city. So when you see these beautiful buildings lit up in red, you start asking the question, like, why are they red?
That? And so
it
opens the conversation.
The first year it was like they were just red, and then by year 2 we realized, the messaging around it and why. And it's been amazing to see so many new businesses and companies coming on board. We have the bridge from Zibby already. Like Zibby's in. Like there's lots of great new places that have really jumped in. So I can't go through them all, but like we're sharing as many as we can on social media, and love to see this happen.
Well, let's reiterate too. I know you touched on it briefly, but you know the matching that happens through the month of February, and as you said, you know, great businesses and sponsors. This is an important time because anything you donate, somebody is going to match that, right?
We have matching sponsors throughout.
It's incredible.
Like so, every week we have a different company that's stepping in. I can probably say that there'll likely be oh wow, we have the match extension.
Nice.
So we have the match extension that'll run into to March as well. Preston Hardware coming in for that one, and they're of course bringing in. They've brought into their store red floodlights, red light bulbs, so that it's making it easier for people to come in and be able to find something so that they can light their businesses red.
That's amazing.
But I think people feel really good. You know, there's so much that needs to be done at the Heart Institute, but when you have a community member who has a friend, a patient who has been a patient, to be able to make that donation, even if it's $10, $20, you know, these are the ones that really make an impact, and you feel part of this community. You feel part of being responsible for the work that's being done at the Heart Institute.
Yeah, and if people look into their own lives, they will find a connection. They I almost guarantee it 100% you will find a connection. You'll have someone in your family that went to the Heart Institute and that received that care. You also have the Paper Hearts campaign.
We do,
right?
yeah. Beautiful red hearts. Probably should have brought them. They're probably gonna be upset with me that I left them.
It's okay. We showed some
in my purse.
We showed some on the video.
Okay, and so we have, I think, just over 30 businesses that are doing that, and you're at point of sale. I know Heart and Crowns, their entire windows of every one of their locations are covered with the Paper Hearts, and so that allows them also to be able to ask their patrons, you know, their clients, to be able to say, we're doing this. We want to support this organization. Do you want to get in? Yeah. So that's a great one.
And you're telling stories too. Right?
Can I talk about Joel Haslam?
Well, of course you can. Yeah.
So Joel Haslam he's an icon.
Incredible.
He is an award-winning storyteller. He's done an amazing job. And so when he left CTV, kind of retirement, he's done an amazing job. It was really important for us to have him continue to tell the stories of our patient stories. And he's done an amazing job. And so we have the stories, but we went really different. You know, one story was the Vio family. The father, the mother, the sister, the brother, and the 2 sons. All cardiac patients. But I'm talking like bypass surgeries, and unfortunately one of the family members died from a heart attack. So this is really an interesting story on the power of the genetics, on the genetic component to heart disease, and how this family was saved, all of them. We also have Cheryl who didn't have heart disease but had strep early on, and it was undiagnosed, and it went and infected her heart. So it wasn't like she was predispositioned for a heart attack. It was something that came on through illness. We have Cody, who's young. He's a cyclist, and it was an elective surgery that he knew in time he was going to have to do. So when was the right time to take a break from elite training, go through the surgery? So we have his story, and then Kenton from the NAC, the chef.
Yeah,
Kenton Lair, and his story of putting out a kitchen fire, the inhalation, and then went into cardiac arrest. And he was doing this on like an opening night of the NAC.
Are these all available?
So all of these stories are Heart Month stories. We've just released the second one this week, and each week Joel is releasing a new story.
February's heartmonth.ca, by the way, to make your donation. Don't forget that donation will be matched. We'll be back with more right after this.
Are you low on food? Struggling to pay the bills? Overwhelmed by life's challenges? When you need support but don't know where to turn, just dial 211. 211 connects you to the programs or services near you.
211, how can I help you?
211, help starts here.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV.
Join us for the new season of Ottawa Storytellers, right here on Rogers TV.
I did it. I need it.
Okay, here, I gave it.
And I am alive.
As an organ donor, you can save up to 8 lives and enhance the lives of 75 others. please go to our website. Pledge a gift of life. You'll be glad you did.
Public transit, garbage pickup, parks and recreation programs, snow removal on your street. How can you stay informed about these and other important local services? Tune to City Council coverage on Rogers TV. See your community leaders at work on Rogers TV City Council coverage.
Welcome back to the show. My goodness, I am so excited to introduce you to my next two guests. Parrot Partners Canada does such wonderful work, and they've fallen on some hard times. So this is really a call to action and a reach out to you, the viewer, to help some of these absolutely beautiful birds. I'm joined by, you just heard Babe right there, also Judith Tennant. She is founder and executive director of Parrot Partners Canada. Welcome, Judith.
Thank you for having us.
Let's talk a little bit about the organization, first of all, a little bit of the history behind it.
Sure. So we've been a charity for 10 years, and we've had financial, stability for 10 years. We have revenue streams, but the very excited.
Yeah.
We have our main goal is to do behavioral and physical rehabilitation with parrots.
Yeah, because Babe has a story, right? Used to what, chew herself quite a bit?
Babe is a flesh mutilator, and that comes from stress. You have to rule out if there's a medical cause.
Okay.
But once you've ruled that out, then you can tell that it's stress from being in captivity.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So she's trying to tell you the whole story herself right here.
I see that. I see that. And how many parrots at any given time do you have in your care?
We're full, and we're full at 55.
55.
But the issue is we could have hundreds, because these guys are not supported by humane societies or SPCAs, because they're considered wild animals.
Really?
So they're a wild animal sold as a pet, and they really sometimes do not fit into captivity at all. And that's part of the reason for the mutilation.
I see. Is that sort of on a government level that you'd like to see that change?
Oh, that would be fabulous. That would be fabulous.
So why haven't we seen that? I mean, because as you said, they sell them as pets, but to treat them as wildlife seems very strange to me.
It is. They're falling between the cracks of wild bird centers, because their mandate is to release, and dogs and cats their mandate is for domesticated animals. So these guys cleanly fall between the cracks. They can live from 60 to 70 years easily. Babe is 42 years old. I know, she doesn't look a day over 30. She doesn't like me telling her age on TV.
I got that, yeah. I got that right away. And you have fallen on some tough times. I understand the pandemic was a really difficult time for you, but there's more than just that. Tell me about some of these struggles, Judith.
So when COVID hit and we shut down, she's saying, what's that? When COVID hit and we had to shut down, our relinquishments went up. So we rode through that as best we could. And then on the heels of that, we had to shut down for avian flu, which is highly contagious, and they have to euthanize the whole flock.
Right.
And then when we came back in, record inflation, everything that we have in our budget went up 3 to 4 times.
Right.
And our revenue streams haven't gotten back to pre-pandemic rates yet. So we're the only professionally certified rehabilitation center. And for us to go down, it means that one of the very few supports for these guys disappears. So that's why we're reaching out to the public, and we're asking, please, if you could donate $5, small monthly donation, anything. We have matching campaign right now, up to $25,000. And that's going to enable us to stabilize and give us a little bit of time to get our revenue streams back up to where they were, and actually more, because everything's more expensive
Of course,
now.
of course. Do you think people tend to perhaps get an animal like this without understanding how much it takes, how much care it takes, because it's a very personal relationship, right, with a parrot.
Yes, it is.
Right?
It is. So people tend to think that this is going to be like a dog with feathers.
Right.
And we all know how to take care of a dog. We all know how to take care of a cat. How hard could it be? And then they get into an environment with a wild animal that is a prey animal. We're predators, they're prey. The dynamic is completely different. And then they realize, I'm over my head. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to solve this. That's part of what we do as well. There's a place that you can call and say, what are we doing? We have online training. We have learning modules. We have in-person classes, and we have in-person consultations. So, they're the third most popular pet. That they're in the category of birds.
Outside of dogs and cats, right?
Yeah.
They come in third.
Yep, birds, and of that category of birds, parrots have the top 8 spots. You can't get a word in edgewise.
What is it like living with Babe? My goodness, she enjoys the attention.
She does. She's very extroverted. She is having the time of her life right now.
I know.
She's certain this is going to be her breakout role.
For people at home, are you funded only privately? Do you get any government funding whatsoever?
No
Nothing at all?
government funding. We have our fee for service, and we have donations.
Okay.
So that's what does the most. We've seen a drop in donations because of the increase in living.
Right.
So we're just being hit one after another.
Right.
So that's why we mounted this campaign and asking all animal lovers, if you could spare a buck for a bird, we'd really appreciate it.
Look at her go. How can you not want to help? I mean, this is just one example of the great birds in your care, and it's unfortunate. As you said, you could probably take on more, because
hundreds.
That's the situation that we find ourselves in, and with this. The campaign itself, is that through a GoFundMe campaign at the moment?
There's a GoFundMe. You can donate through the GoFundMe, or you can donate through our, if you don't want to use GoFundMe, you can use our donation page.
Yeah, if you go to the web page, there it is right there, parrotpartners.org. There's a donate button right there on the front page, and of course you can find out more information about the great work that Judith and her team do, and Babe here as well. Thank you so much, Judith.
Thanks,
really
sir.
appreciate it. Thank you, Babe.
Yeah.
Great job.
Yeah.
Way to go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Think it's okay to drive high? Think again. Drug-impaired driving is as illegal as drunk driving, and in Ontario, the penalties are the same. If police suspect you're driving under the influence of drugs of any kind, or a combination of drugs and alcohol, and you fail a roadside test, your license will be suspended immediately for up to 30 days. You'll pay a penalty of $198. And you can be charged with a criminal offense of impaired driving, the same as alcohol. Driving high is never okay.
Leonard Thompson, 13 years old, diabetes mellitus, 65 pounds.
Starve the child to let them live. The treatment's as cruel as the disease. It's a death sentence.
Dr. Banting, this could be it. He's the first to receive this trial. But will it save him?
It's not pure enough. So we try again. And again. And again.
Before the discovery of insulin, diabetes was a death sentence. Banting, Best, Collop, and McLeod's breakthrough has saved millions of lives. Leonard Thompson's was the first.
Watch Podium exclusively on Rogers TV.
You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to RogersTV.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at RogersTV.com.
Welcome back. I should mention off the top here, a big thanks to all my guests. I'm reminded because my next guest's daughter is here because it's a snow day, and there's a big snowfall happening today in Ottawa. So a big thanks to all the guests, and make sure to stay safe out there on the roads. Give yourself a little bit of extra time. Lisa Cashin is the co-owner of Everything But the Kitchen Sink. She's been on the show before. She joins me today because some exciting news happening over the holidays with you. So before we get to that exciting news, let's talk a little bit about, for people that aren't familiar with you, they should be, how this all got started for you.
So it started in 2014. We opened a Facebook group kind of just to keep ourselves busy, you know, when having newborns and babies, something to do at home. Started running pre-orders, and every year got busier and busier till me and my business partner, Kristen, both quit our jobs and took it on full-time.
It got that busy?
Yes.
So were you just, you started off with a particular product and then grew from there?
Yeah, just did a random purchase from some infinity scarves from China, brought them in, sold them wholesale, and then kind of just snowballed into there to more and more things where it would take up 40 plus hours a week and couldn't keep up with the day job.
That is just amazing.
Yeah.
So the Facebook group, I imagine, then turned into what, like a sort of an online store,
yeah,
right?
So we do our weekly pre-orders, so everything gets posted there every week, 20 to 30 different items a week. Everything happens there. And then, yeah, we just recently opened a store.
So the two of you are like curators.
Yeah.
You go, so what do you look for when you're choosing a product?
Anything and everything.
Really,
Anything we can get just a really good deal on. We love kid stuff, home decor. A lot of it stems from probably what we want for ourselves in our home.
Right.
Or something we're looking for. Hey, can I get a bulk discount if I buy 200-300 of them?
Right.
Yeah, so
hence the Everything But the Kitchen Sink. That makes complete sense now. So yeah, you mentioned you opened a store. So how did that come about?
So we moved in March to a new location in Orleans. Our warehouse went up for sale on Canatech, and when we moved, we had a big, beautiful storefront, all windows, half warehouse and half nicely done floors, and a busy parking lot where people were constantly walking in. So we just saw the opportunity. We have half of a room we're not using. Let's make something out of it, and decided to pop up a store for Christmas.
So you did that. You popped up. We're seeing some shots of it, by the way, on screen here. So you did that. You popped up the store. Mm-hmm. You ran it till Christmas, but now you've closed it back down with a new grand reopening February 1st. Why did you have to do that?
So we rushed to have it open for Christmas time with all of our overstock and just some extra things that we brought in. But then with Christmas break and the Christmas season being so busy for us, we're just using January to refill the shelves, reorganize the store, clean everything up so it's cleaner and more organized.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes complete sense. You brought some stuff along with you here. Let's showcase some of the wares you brought along with you here today.
We run a lot of custom buys. So a local lady in Orleans, we run this one. So custom mom shirts, and then I have my 3 kids' names on the sleeve.
That's so cute.
Yeah, so we do the grandma, any variation of grandma names as well.
Right.
Another just funny sweaters.
I like the one you're wearing.
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
it. Very nice.
And our line of leggings, which is super popular, super stretchy.
I remember when you were last, or even the first time you came on the show, this was like one of your best sellers.
Yeah, so it's our own brand. We have our label on it and everything.
Yes,
so we created these. My daughter wears them. I wear them. Everyone wears them.
Are they comfortable? Yeah? Daughter gives the thumbs up. Okay, that's good. What have you got here?
So we also do another popular one, custom pet pillows. So this is my dog Lola and Nike. So we do a lot of these for pets that pass away, but also just for kids to have as plushies. So our Lola passed away in February. So this is her.
That's adorable.
And then our Nike. So we do, a lot of people do cats, horses, hamsters.
I can see my dogs for sure.
And they come in all kinds of sizes too, so it's perfect.
Wonderful idea. So you got some bedding over here as well?
So another, we do a lot of home stuff. So something like this goes for, on average, $56 to $61 in store. We have them for $26 to $31.
Wow.
bed-in-a bags go up to $100. We have them for under $50.
Unbelievable.
So just some of the wholesale deals we get, and we pass the savings on to everybody.
Right. What's been the response from customers? Because obviously you've created this Facebook group, right, where you have a lot of regular people. They know about you.
Oh, yeah.
When they found out you were doing brick and mortar, what was that response like?
We have a lot of customers that are further out from Ottawa too. So I've had a lot of my Orleans customers come in and purchase as well. We have them order online as well through our website, which we're working on getting everything up on there. But yeah, the store was very busy over Christmas. It was hard to get the regular stuff done.
Now with the growth of the business, do you see any like what's the goal moving forward?
Ideally, I would like to open more stores.
Really, under that sort of umbrella of everything but the kitchen sink?
Everyone loves to just see the stuff and touch it. So for my regulars that are kind of more used to it, but someone who's more new to the group will just be like, well, what is the product? I kind of want to see it. So I've had a lot of people come in over Christmas that was like, okay, now I understand how this works. I've seen some of it. I'm ready to go back to the group and buy now, because it seems intimidating at first.
Right. When it comes to holidays, then do you theme things? Like when you're curation,
Yes.
when you start curating things, you're looking for things. What was some of the popular Christmas items that you thought?
The Christmas popular items, we did a lot of the Christmas sweaters and Christmas t-shirts and Christmas necklaces, earrings.
I saw some of the stockings too that you had. The custom stockings.
Yeah,
just a great idea.
Oh yeah, everyone loves that kind of stuff.
Do you work with clients to customize things, or do they have to go through sort of the manufacturer? How does that process work?
So we take it all in. They'll comment or send us their order of what they want, and we take care of everything.
It's just,
so you just give me your kids' names and what colors you want, and we'll take care of the rest.
Very, very cool. So your grand reopening, are you doing a little bit of a party? Like, what do you have planned for the grand opening?
We're just going to have a grand reopening February 1st, all new products, some never before seen stuff, and that's about it.
Can you give me a hint of some of the never before seen? Have you already started choosing?
Some new home decor, some new home stuff, just stepping away from the holiday stuff from the Christmas rush, so trying to bring in more of the basics, which is what everyone needs then.
Okay, I was in, I won't even say the grocery store, but I was in the grocery store just picking up something for lunch on my way here today, and they actually had spring items out already. Is it? Yes. Is that where we're going already?
Already,
Spring is in?
A lot of manufacturing from overseas or anyone else they have their Chinese New Year, so a lot of these places will be closed till mid-February, so you kind of have to order it now.
So you got to get it now. Well, at least you'll be prepared for spring, and it gives you something interesting. Of course, you can find you on social media. What's the location again?
1455 Youville Drive in Orleans, Unit 116.
Fantastic. Congratulations on all your success. We'll be back with more right after this. Talking home decor, as a matter of fact. Don't go anywhere.
I'm Wendell Clark with a word about winning. We all know it takes a team effort in any sport and with any challenge. You can be a part of the winning team that shuts out impaired driving. Whether you're out on the town or just hanging out with friends, drink responsibly. Always have a plan for a safe ride home for yourself, your family, and your friends. You'll be helping to shut out impaired driving.
Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive. Drive sober.
Learn all about the creation of the National Capital Region on The History of Ottawa, according to Phil Jenkins, on Rogers TV.
I'm Sam LaPrade. I hope you watch An Hour to Give, because this week we're featuring the Ottawa Hospital Foundation. We're talking about the world-class care and the world-class talent that is right here in our hometown.
Our family used to be so fun. Now my brother takes care of me. I miss Mom and Dad being around more. Mom says things are going to get better.
NHL on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to the show. I'm a little nervous, I'm not going to lie. I like to think I'm a pretty good dancer, but maybe you'll be the judge at home. You know me well that I love theater, and there's so many great opportunities to see amazing theater here in the city of Ottawa. And if you're a rock and roll fan, you're going to love this one. We are joined by May Turco and Naomi James. They are from Lost Baggage Musical Theater, and their new production's called Love on the Rocks. Welcome. Great to have you both here.
Thank you, Derek.
We were just talking about how you were here, 10 years ago, and we were doing a kitchen segment. But today we're doing something a little different. Tell me about the theater company itself.
Sure. Lost Baggage Musical Theater is 5 years old only. It's located towards the East End, so kind of tucked behind the General Hospital. It has a real mission towards diversity and inclusion, and so they have lots going on all the time with all sorts of people. Nice. They're actually rehearsing 3 different shows right now.
Really?
Yeah, and they've got auditions coming up for a 4th.
Okay, well, after they see my moves today, I may be getting a call. Doubtful, but I can dream. How did you get involved, Naomi? Tell me about your
Well, I first joined with Lost Baggage when I auditioned for their Valentine's Cabaret last year.
Okay.
So that was Forbidden Love. Had a really good time hanging out with them. And then I came back for their Quarantunes Competition Edition cabaret as well, and now we're back in Love on the Rocks. It's been a really good time.
Doing a little rock and roll.
So cabarets are a bit different. I don't know if you. Yeah. My mother always thinks, "Oh, you're in Cabaret, the musical."
No, Mom.
No,
not that kind of cabaret.
No, a cabaret just means you have the freedom to bring in solos, duets, group numbers from all sorts of different musicals and curate them the way you want.
Right.
So this one is love songs from rock musicals, which means you're going to get some known songs from jukebox musicals. Like Somebody to Love from Queen, or
I Want to Know What Love Is.
All those kind of standards. And then your more musical theater songs that you'll never hear on the radio, like Girl, I Want to Kiss You with Tongue.
I have not heard that on the radio in quite some time. If ever at all.
You could come to Live on Elgin. Yeah.
Let's talk about the actual production. So is it just one number after the other, Naomi, or is it a story?
Yeah, so everything kind of fits within the theme of, love. And it's a show done in 2 acts. And we have a series of numbers. Some of them are group numbers, some are solos, some are like smaller group numbers or duets. And we'll have 1 act with a big bunch of numbers, and then we'll have an intermission, and then a 2nd act, and our big finale with everybody on stage.
Nice.
So it's a really good time, and we've got 16 performers in our show who are going to be, stellar performances all around. They're all incredible performers, I have to say.
And a lot of diversity, right? We're talking about different age groups, levels of experience, that sort of thing, right?
Absolutely, yeah. And a lot of, it's community musical theater. So we've got public servants who wish they could be singing. We've got singers who wish they could get paid to sing.
Gotcha.
A whole group of lovely people coming together.
You're going to teach me some dance moves today?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's from December 1963 from Jersey Boys. So we're going to be doing
great song.
Some of this movement here. So you're going to want a spot in the middle, a spot on the right, and a spot on the left. And basically you're starting in the middle.
All right.
You're going towards the right to this spot and back to the middle. And we're going to do it a second time.
All right.
And then we're going to do it backward to this spot.
What?
Yes, to this spot back here. Yeah.
Yep.
And then back
here. And then back to the front again.
Back to the front again.
Oh.
Okay. So just make sure when you turn back to turn over your right shoulder.
Okay.
And you got it.
And then we've got it.
Yeah.
I'm in.
So I think we just have a few minutes left, right? Probably.
That's right. That's
so let's just do one verse of the song. You just follow along a little bit.
Okay. You
we
got
won't
it.
have time
for
this. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So so we'll just do.
Okay.
Oh, what a night. You know I didn't even know her name, but I was never gonna be the same. Good, and don't do this. What a lady, what a night. Yeah!
I wasn't supposed to do it, but you're in a great space too, right? This is a great venue because you're talking about a really intimate venue. Tell everybody at home about that. Does it pose any challenge, by the way, having a bit of a smaller space?
So why don't you talk about a challenge, and then I'll talk about how great it is.
Yeah, it's definitely been a challenge with it being so tight, and we have so many performers trying to get everyone to fit nicely on stage. We've had to modify our dance numbers a little bit so that
Okay.
everybody isn't bumping into each other or the band. But it is a lovely little venue.
Yeah, and at the same time, you get the intimacy of the
Right.
kind of rock and roll, you know, hole in the wall, a little bit grungy, a little bit fun.
Nice.
Some people coming up through the audience and being
Oh,
right
excellent.
at
So
your
very
desk.
interactive then.
Yeah, there are
yeah.
seats right up in front of the stage. It's
Nice.
And we're level with the audience, more or less. There's a very small
Right.
uprise to the stage, so it really feels like you're part of the numbers.
And a three-piece band, too.
I was going to ask, yeah, so it's a live band as well. So you're not just using pre-recorded music.
No,
So everything
absolutely.
is live. Everybody, I mean, it really is magical to put something. What's the rehearsal been like? I mean, you must have become fast friends. That's just the way this sort of thing works, right?
Yes.
At the theater.
Nothing like vulnerability to really glue the relationship.
It's so true.
Yeah. We do make good friends fast. There's a lot of trust that builds very quickly and a lot
Yeah.
of support. And it is community theater, so everybody's just doing their best, and you respect that and come together and do what you can.
Naomi, how much time have you rehearsals up until the upcoming performance?
Yes, we started around November.
Okay.
And we've been rehearsing twice a week until now. And the last little while, we've been doing a third rehearsal a week to try and pull everything together.
Nice. Well, congratulations. I know how much work goes in behind the scenes, so enjoy yourselves. I'll tell everybody at home where and when they can find you. It's happening at Live on Elgin, February 15th to the 17th, 8 p.m. They do have a Saturday matinee as well at 2 p.m. lostbaggage.org to get your tickets and find out more information. We'll be right back after this.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV.
Join us for the new season of Ottawa Storytellers, right here on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to the show. Big thanks to all of our guests. What a great way to start off the week here on Daytime Ottawa. I just want to remind you a couple of things. The main event, of course, is just talking about that fabulous production I just spoke to May and Naomi about, and that is Love on the Rocks, live on Elgin again. Great intimate space. February 15th to the 17th, 8 o'clock. They do have the Saturday matinee at 2 p.m. Lostbaggage.org to find out more information. Reminder as well, planetbotanics.com. They're also located down there on Bank Street, 301 Bank Street. They've got tons of different services and workshops, and of course you can go in. The staff know exactly the types of things that you may be looking for, depending on what, perhaps there's an ailment or something else that you're working on, skincare and so forth. Leanne Lang from the University of Ottawa Heart Institute talking about February being Heart Month. They have matching donations, so make sure you get your donation in there this month. February is heartmonth.ca to find out more information on that. And parrotpartners.org. Don't forget, you can help Babe and other beautiful birds like Babe. You can just go to their website and there's a donate button right on there. We'll see you next time here on Daytime.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
Ottawa, it's the national capital of Canada. But how much do you know about the city's history? This is Phil Jenkins. Join me as I take you on a journey through Bytown's beginnings, Ottawa's crowning as capital, amalgamation, and its becoming a city of 1 million citizens. Watch The History of Ottawa according to Phil Jenkins exclusively on Rogers TV.
Anyone can show up with a hammer and build something. It's really hard to build it properly. Sewage air is coming out of this. There's no reason to be left